Over the summer of last year, something really sparked my interest in the Lena image and the overall history of digital photography and digital image processing, which now obviously plays a huge role in our lives. In the 1970s, computer engineers wanted to have a clear, high-resolution image of a human face. They wanted to do this because the first ever digital image was processed 16 years earlier, and they wanted to replace the picture they had used from the 60s. At the time, all of the people who had worked in the computer industry, more specifically in the computer image processing lab at the University of Southern California, were men. Therefore, the choosing of the image that they would use to reach their goal was completely up to them. They used the Lena image because they wanted a glossy image. A glossy surface image provides a good visible range between the saturation and brightness of an image. They also wanted a human face, like I said before, because it is not hard to recognize when something is out of the ordinary when looking at another person's face. Therefore, if something were to go wrong in the image processing, it would be easy to tell due to the uncanny valley. The Lena image is from a Playboy magazine, and it is not the most appropriate. Still, it helped them create something that improved the overall use of computers. The Lena image is the first ever original JPEG ever to be processed. Since it was created in the 1970s, it is not a shocker that people have improved the ways of sharing and processing images. Without the Lena image, there would be no JPEGs, and there would be none of the internet's most beloved GIFs or GIFs. JPEGs used to be the only way that someone could share a photo digitally. At the time, people were just really discovering that they were able to send clear photos to others. This way of image formatting changed so much about the way that people communicate. We wouldn't be where we are today, in the digital sense, without the Lena image. Not only did the Lena image make history in digital image processing, it also made an impact on the role that women play in technology. The Lena image is a very controversial concept due to the fact that it is an image of a beautiful woman's face from a pornographic magazine. But, in the end, Lena herself said that she was okay with it because it means that it helped bring something to the world. However, Lena also mentioned that she has retired from modeling and from technology. That is one of the reasons why the Lena image is not allowed to be used in any college essays or reports when talking about the history of digital image processing. If you were to look on college websites and rule books, you'll see that when it comes to digital image processing, in the fine print, it does say that the Lena image is prohibited. This says, authors are encouraged to avoid the use of the Lena image. Authors who submit manuscripts to OSA journals that include the Lena image will be asked to justify the scientific necessity of using the image and why no reasonable substitute can be made. This was found in the fine print of a style guide for a technical journal. Then it continues. It says, authors are encouraged to use alternate test images. Other standard test images include cameraman, or mandrel, or peppers, or a large number of other images distributed with packages like MATLAB and available in the public domain. The suggested images, peppers and mandrel, are offered in the University of Southern California's test image library. There are still debates between women and men about this topic. Many women say that they are sticking up for Lena because they want to prove that men are dirty-minded and have inappropriate intentions. The women say that it is inappropriate to continue to use this and continue the argument, while men say that it was the image that they happened to use, and as long as Lena is okay with it, it should be fine. Those same men obviously have not looked into it further. Sure, Lena said she was okay with it at first, But now she's saying that she's ready for everyone to let it go, including the guys who are trying to prove a point. Lena is all about equality nowadays, which I will respect her for. And I think that all of these people that are still arguing, women and men, should just let it go and respect her too. The Lena image was very widely used throughout the United States through ARPANET. In the 1970s all the way through the 1990s, the Lena image was basically viral. It was the most popular image being sent around because the Lena image has a lot of detail. In the image, as you can see, the feathered hat has a lot of detail. There is shading on the hat and on the face of Lena. The foreground and the background of the image have different levels of focus as well. This detail is the reason why it was so widely used. In 1991, Lena was put on the cover of a digital imaging textbook. Playboy, the magazine company which the Lena image was taken from, found out about this and they were not happy. They put out a copyright threat and they let them pass that one time, but they said if it was ever to be done again, there would be some serious issues. And later on, in 95, everyone ignored Playboy's copyright threat and continued to use the image. The usage of the Lena image continued to skyrocket throughout the years. In 2021, the Lena image was sent around and looked up and used at least 300 times once more. A team at the pudding is still counting to this day. By 1997, Playboy gave up on trying to take down all of those companies and all of those people who were using the Lena image. Instead, they said, "We decided we should exploit this because it is a phenomenon." I do think that exploit was an interesting choice of words there. In 1996, IEEE released a journal on the transactions of image processing, and 57 out of 190 articles in the journal were about Lena or had Lena in them. The popularity of the Lena image went far throughout the 90s, mostly due to IEEE's journal, because IEEE is a humongous institute, and they are very important and very informational. The Lena image is a huge part of history. It is very important because now humanity relies on digital image processing. We rely as a society on internet. We rely on sending in documents and sending in work digitally through computers, through phones. We take pictures of things so we can get it done. Digital image processing is amazing. And it's not only that. We don't only take pictures to send them in for jobs or for school. We take pictures for our friends and for our family. Our grandparents who haven't seen us in a long time, we'll send them pictures of ourselves through digital image processing. And none of that would be possible in this day and age without the Lena image.
Shutterstock Music.